Hi everyone, this is Queen Sugar. So today I'm going to do a reading that talks about what is this Mercury retrograde teaching you, showing you, and also for the 1111 portal. Know that even though if you watch this video past the 1111 days, so like November 11, it doesn't mean that it's still not meant for you to watch, because you can still work with that energy if it passed November 11th. So that's something to be mindful of. And then what I'll do is I'll do like the left side for Mercury retrograde, the right side for 1111, and go into like what is it here to teach you, show you, and then what do you need to release and what do you need to welcome in for each period. So Mercury retrograde started like I think October 31st, either October 30th or 31st, and it's going to end November 30th. So we're kind of like maybe a third of the way, I would say, before it ends. But there's like that shadow period where it kind of like still, the energy still a little continues a little bit after the end date. So let's see what this Mercury retrograde is here to teach us and show us. So take whatever resonates. It might be different for everyone. I know for me, it's teaching me to like rest and rejuvenate and take time out for myself to relax my body. I've been sick ever since it started, so I think that's one of the things it's here to teach me or show me. So the first card we got out for Mercury retrograde is Strength, and that represents power, the number 8. So one of the things that Mercury retrograde wants us to focus on is our power, our strength, and knowing that we have the power to make the decisions that we need to make. We have the power to decide what needs to stay in our lives and what doesn't need to stay in our lives. Look at that, we got the light, which is the star. So this is just showing us that, I feel like this Mercury retrograde, it might be hard for some, but it's really showing that there's always a light. So when things are tough, when things are really rocky and you just don't know how things are going to turn out, there's always a light. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde is requiring people to be very strong and not give up and not lose faith, because there's a light. The light is going to be at the tunnel. Once Mercury retrograde ends, you're going to see what it was like preparing you for, what it was training you, conditioning you for. One more card. Or two. So many things have fallen out of my hand. Okay. All right, they gave me 5 cards. So I'll take them. Spirit wants me to take them. So the first card, it was this way. The first card that came out was the Magician, which is awareness. So like being aware of your thoughts and what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're focusing on. And the funny thing about it was that before I started the video, I asked the question with the cards and the crown chakra came out. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde is all about the crown and the third eye chakra, because it really wants us to focus on like our thoughts and what we're thinking, because the more we think positively, the more positive results we yield. The more negative thoughts you think, the more negative thoughts you yield. And it's okay to think negative thoughts every now and then, because it's just a part of the journey. But you can't let your whole mindset be focused on doubt and fear. And then we have victory and success. So this represents the 6 of Wands. And to me, I'm looking at this as like, going back to what I said earlier, this Mercury retrograde is probably hard for a lot of us, and Spirit wants us to know that once it's over, you're going to come out the winner. You're going to come out successful. You're going to make it through it. You just have to be strong. You just have to use your very powerful energy, especially like, and if you know some Leos that are like really strong and powerful and like good people, like surround yourself by them, because the Strength card represents the Leo. And then we have the New Beginnings, which is the Fool. This is just really indicating and highlighting that this Mercury retrograde is all about new beginnings. So like getting rid of the things that you just need to let go of, whether that's a person, a job, It could literally be just old junk in your house, like cleaning up your room, cleaning up your house, your attic, your basement, your car. Like, it's all about reviving and refocusing your energy and making room for new things, fresh things. And then we have destiny, which is the world. Or no, sorry, the wheel of fortune. And with this one, I feel like this just really indicates that this is a time where cycles will be ending, they'll be closing, because you're being strong and you're getting rid of the things that helps you turn that wheel, right? So in order to turn the wheel around, you have to put energy and focus into it to turn and rotate. So you're doing that now. You're doing that. And the 10 talks about completions. So it's like some of these cycles with people will be ending within yourself, within your family, which is good. And then we have spiritual strength. So like another strength card. Like, this is just really saying that you have to be strong during this period, because it's going to play with your mind. It's going to mess with you emotionally. It's going to make you start thinking things and you're just like, where are these thoughts coming from? I wasn't thinking this before. But it's definitely going to cause for your strength and just your help of your spirit guides, because they're preparing you for, one, there's going to be spiritual downloads for a lot of you all during this period, but also two, work on your communication with their spirit tribe, because it's like they know what you need help with, they know what you want, but you have to be able to say that, So that's what this Mercury retrograde is about. So there's like bits and pieces of little things, but they all come together. So let's see what you need to get rid of and then what you need to let in during this Mercury retrograde. So what does the collective need to get rid of at this time during the Mercury retrograde? Literally, surrender. I release, literally the word release, let go of. I can release my need to control. You need to release the need of control, need of being in control and knowing what's happening, control issues. That's what you need to release during this Mercury retrograde. Let things happen the way they're supposed to happen. If people are supposed to fall out of your life, let them fall out of your life. People are supposed to come into your life, let them come into your life. Surrender to the universe and not focus on what your role is at that time. Just let things play out the way they're meant to. Let's see what you need to welcome in during this Mercury retrograde. Look at that, beautiful growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I talked about those spiritual downloads. So you need to welcome in growth. You cannot be afraid of growth. You cannot be afraid of change. With change comes growth. And so Spirit wants you to welcome that in and know that it's going to expand your horizons. It's going to expand what you currently know and really uplift you and help you gravitate closer and closer to your higher self and to other people that are at a high frequency, a high vibration. And that's something that you do want to gravitate towards. You want to gravitate towards people who have energy that matches where you want to be and higher. And then the growth too is all about stepping into that new beginning. With change comes growth. And you can't expect, if you are afraid of growth, it delays your new beginnings. Because with growth, with change, it's like they coexist. When something changes, you grow. When you grow, it changes, whether it changes in its shape and its size, in the personality, in the if it's a physical thing or a spiritual, energetic thing. Like, there's growth for a reason, and you should welcome it in and not be afraid of it. So let's get one Lenormand card for your theme for the Mercury retrograde, and then we'll get into the 1111 portal. What is the theme card during this Mercury retrograde? The letter. All right. Let's read what the letter represents from the little booklet. So we have news, notice, message, mail, correspondence, award, communication, documents, invitation, diploma, contract. certificate, exchanges, results, intentions, and information, a written message or document. So literally, the Mercury retrograde, it focuses on like pretty much all of that, and it flips it. So like the communication, it might not always be the best. Mercury retrograde talks about like being careful when you sign contracts and read documents very clearly. So I feel like with this one, this is just saying, highlighting what Mercury retrograde is about. So making sure that you communicate effectively and clearly what it is that you want. You watch and pay attention to the contracts and the documents that you sign or that you're reading. Check your messages and make sure you're sending them to the right person. Make sure your tone is appropriate. And don't take things like too hard just because of the Mercury retrograde and its energies and what it comes with. But yeah, this is what Mercury retrograde is about at this time. So I hope this was helpful. So now we're going to get into the 11/11 portal. So I'm going to put these cards to the side. And then we're going to just get into it. All right. So what is this 11/11 portal about for the collective? I wasn't feeling those. What is this 11/11 portal about for the collective? All right, the first card that comes out is patience. Patience, patience, patience. So this is the Temperance card. So the theme for this 11/11 portal is patience. Waiting for things to grow, waiting for things to show up and present themselves, waiting for the balance, and seeing what you want manifest. And it requires your patience. We got the heart chakra. So I feel like for some of you all, it talks about love. So like for some of you, it deals with like self-love, but a lot of you, it deals with like romantic love. And I feel like this is just saying for the 11/11 portal to be patient about it, because the doors are opening. Spirit knows what you want, and they want you to be patient and let them do their thing in the divine timing. I know we get tired of hearing that, but like literally divine timing can happen in any time. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen 2 months from now, but we don't know. And I think that's why Spirit is saying be patient, because it's a surprise, and let them surprise you. I feel like also this 11/11 portal is about opening your heart chakra and not being so guarded, not being nervous about like love, and just like being vulnerable. And the crown chakra came out. So I remember I talked about this for the Mercury retrograde, but it came out for here. So yeah, this is all about having an open mindset, opening yourself up, your mentally and emotionally is what this 11/11 portal is about. And then we have material harvest, which is the 9 of Pentacles. And it's like letting the universe do its job, letting the universe bring you its gift and its fruits, because you have planted that seed, and the universe is going to show you what your seed has grown to be. What have they been able to get from it, So it's like, imagine you're like a farmer and you plant all of these seeds, you grow these crops, and you have this person that's like, okay, I'll take care of it from here. And I'll come to you when things are growing, when people are buying things. And so Spirit is coming you with the fruit. They're coming with you with the money, with all of the things that your fruit and your seeds were able to manifest and grow during that time. Like, they don't want you to worry about the harvesting of it. They want you to just focus on the profits and the benefits that you receive. And then we have the Lovers here. So I feel like this 11/11 portal is really opening up a lot of new romantic connections and relationships for people. It's not saying like on 11/11 you're going to be in a relationship, but more so saying that if you open your mind, if you open your heart and you're patient, let the universe gift you with an amazing partner. Let them gift you with an amazing love. And so that's what it's about. So on the 11/11, or like, a couple of days after, if you're watching this video after it, just kind of visualize and feel the presence of what it would be like to be with someone that truly loves you and that truly wants to be with you. and that it's just like worth the wait. So let's see what Spirit wants you to get rid of and what they want you to keep. All right. So they want you to get rid of acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So what I'm getting from this is that they want you all to, how do I word this so it's clear? Get rid of not believing that you're going to get something like this. So the doubt and the fear that you have, they want you to get rid of that. And because you're not making room for acceptance. You're not making room for receiving something like that. So they need you to understand and accept that you can't change the things that you cannot change. And so that's what they want you to release. They want you to release the idea that, if I plant this seed, then I can go into the ground and I can like manipulate the roots and do all of these things to make it grow faster. And it's like, no, that's not what they want you to do. They want you can't change that. I mean, you can contribute to it, like watering it, making sure your plants and your crops get the sun and all the things that they need. But you cannot do much about the plant growth. You can only do what you're supposed to do. So if you do the things you're supposed to do, which is like watering, tending to the crop, tending to your plants, then it's going to grow on its own. But you can't force you can't tell a plant, hey, plant, grow, I need you to grow 10 feet tall tomorrow. Like, that's not how it works. It takes time. It takes patience to see its growth. And if you notice, the seed is here, and then there's like the stem. You don't know what's happening underground. You don't know what's happening under the surface. So just because you don't see the stem doesn't mean it's not growing. So that's why Spirit is saying be patient, because behind the scenes is so many great things that's happening, but you can't see that yet because you're not supposed to see it. That's why. Okay. So let's see what they want you to accept at this time. Bring in, allow. Gratitude. I am thankful for the life and the opportunities that it presents. So they want you to start being more grateful and using that heart chakra. I see the green energy here. They want you to really be appreciative and gracious for the things that you have, for the people that are in your life that show you love, that show you their availability, their time commitments, their appreciation for you, and also appreciate the things that you have. You know, if you want to manifest, a love partner, Spirit is saying, start saying, I'm thankful and grateful for the love that I have for myself. I'm thankful and grateful for the love that people have for me that are in my life, my friends, my family, my pets, my coworkers, stuff like that. Start appreciating the things that you have. Start looking at your glass as half full instead of half empty. Because a lot of times we start looking at things like, oh, this person's not doing this, or this job is this way, and we're not paying attention to what we have. And that plays a huge role in the things that we manifest in the future, because Spirit is like, okay, well, you don't appreciate half the stuff I've given you now. What's the purpose of me giving you this new thing? Because you're not going to appreciate it. So they want you to start showing more appreciation and gratitude. Definitely start thanking your ancestors and spirit guides too for their help throughout the time. And let's get a theme card for this 11/11 portal. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. The stars. This is a beautiful card. And then it's like the 6 of hearts. Kind of reminds me of like the 6 of cups. The stars. Let's look at the book and see what they say for the stars. All right. Look at that. Universe, navigate, astrology, signs, destiny, goals, intuition, influence, ideas, talent, vast, infinite, imagination, guidance, hope, clarity, vision, inspiration. Being inspired or seeking one's goals. So literally, Spirit is saying like, this is a time for the stars to align. This is a time for you to wish upon the stars and allow the universe to do its thing, because they know what you want. They know what to bring in for you. So just let them do it. Release the control. Know that there are some things that you can't change and that you can't interfere with, because it's not your role to do that. Right? So allow the universe to whip up this beautiful manifestation for you, this beautiful love for you. during this time. So open your heart, open your mind, and just be ready for it. Be excited for it and watch it manifest. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you all, those that watched it. I haven't posted like a lot of videos in a while just because I've been sick. So I just want to make sure that I did something like an energy update for like these momentum moments within our month. But yeah, I plan to do more pick a pile readings and other energy updates very soon. So thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. Peace, love, and light.